All right.
Coach said one of the things that he's noticed over these last couple of weeks is you guys have kind of grown as a team. I mean, was there ever a point where there was ever any kind of finger pointing? It didn't seem like it from our end, but with you guys, did you kind of feel like that was that?
Yeah, in the midst of some games, at Clemson, I was out, so I got to see kind of, I wasn't playing, I wasn't having to, I still had a job to do, but I wasn't as, focused on being in the game. I could see, I don't know what changed. It's kind of hard to put my finger on it, but somewhere I think we just kind of clicked with the unity. There wasn't any outright, because we want to be positive. There wasn't any outright pointing fingers, but it just you could kind of see it in the body language. Real subtle, but I think that was kind of the key. Guys are kind of just down and not believing. And I think guys finally are buying into believing in what we can do.
Did you guys talk about anything that kind of just started that ball rolling to get positive?
No, I think the emphasis has been there the whole time. I think, like I said, I think people just started really truly believing. I think it's been more of an individual basis. Kind of everyone buying into it.
That said, how big of a factor was that Notre Dame game? Even though you guys came up short, how much did that help the belief?
I think it helped a lot. You go to play a high caliber team like that and play really well. I think that spoke volumes. I think it really boosted our confidence up for the weeks to come. And like you said, it was tough to lose, and that loss really hurt. But I think it was still healthy for us, and we still came out of that game winning.
How much, when you guys travel, is there like an offense bus, a defense bus, or is there a lot of mixing between offense and defense?
Well, there's a special teams bus, a defensive bus, and an offensive bus. I think that's kind of where the segregation stops. I mean, we're pretty close, as far as the team goes. I know I hang out with guys that are, it doesn't really matter what position. I know there's a tendency to go with your offensive guys or with your position group. That's just from training camp and like spending more time with them just in general. So I don't think it's really that big of a factor of separation, because really as far as it goes, it's just the buses.
We were talking to Coach a few minutes ago about the blame game, so to speak, with whatever it was that was able to keep you guys together enough to sort of get to where you are now, especially when the defense was having some of the performances it was. You said what you saw at Clemson. Was there anything that you saw that, other than the result of Notre Dame, that made you realize that things aren't falling apart at the seams, that there was a togetherness, that you guys will be able to work through this?
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of good things from, specifically from the Notre Dame game. There's a lot of positives that we could take from that, and I think we really focused on that in film on Sunday and moving forward in this season. I think guys can, that's where the confidence came from, is well, yeah, we can do stuff together. I think we built on that from the Notre Dame game, and I think we've just played a lot better since then.
The mood now, 2 wins in a row, conference wins, good wins.
Oh yeah. The mood's great right now. Obviously, you can't really go wrong with 2 wins, especially hard-fought ones like that. But moving forward, it's a very positive and confident mood, as we still got a lot of work to do for this season.
Landon, when you guys do have the injuries that you had on the offensive line and in the backfield, is there something to be said for everybody else having to raise their level of play to get it done?
I mean, we expect everyone, to be ready for the game. For example, Mitch and RJ Prince both had to step up in a very critical situation against UVA, and they did. RJ blocked his man long enough, and Mitch threw that great pass. And that just comes from them preparing as if they're going to play anyway. Which is it's really a testament to them, because that's hard to do if you don't know if you're even going to play at all. It's hard to mentally get yourself up like you're going to. But I have full confidence in them, and they did what was expected of them.
Coach used the word playoff the other day. Is that the mentality you guys have as players right now?
Yeah, I mean, we got to shoot for the moon where we're at right now. We got to make the most of this season. We're a bunch of fighters too. I mean, we love to play the game. No one's laying down in our camp. So.
You guys, last couple of games, some things were definitely going your way that maybe didn't go your guys' way at the beginning part of the season. You guys talk about that. Does it help the mindset and the confidence moving forward?
Can you rephrase that, maybe?
Like, for example, the beginning of the season, a couple calls may have gone against you guys and hurt you, like Notre Dame game.
Right.
Snap,
I
snap.
see. Yeah.
But lately now, the last couple of games, things are going to you guys' favor. They help you like your mindset, your confidence moving forward.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think you really can focus on that, just mainly because it's something that you can't control, and it's kind of wasted energy to worry about. Like when we get a bad call, the mindset is, just move on, because it's, like I said, there's nothing you really do about it. Obviously, if you get a call going your way, that's going to boost you up as well, though. So.
Without looking down, do you know what sweatshirt you're wearing right now?
I do.
Is there a reason you put that on? Is it?
It was cold.
It was cold.
That's what I had. So
You guys are positioning yourselves because the Coastal's so wacky to play for another one of those sweatshirts. And obviously, you want more than a sweatshirt, but
absolutely.
a point being taken.
Yeah, I mean that's I guess call it what you want, but that's the mindset of the team right now. We're gonna win the Coastal Division. That's practice has been great this past couple of weeks. I've seen more effort out of everybody. From starters to the scout team, and I think as a whole team we're kind of bought into that mentality. So
That's what you're due, Trick.
yeah, I guess it is. Yeah.
What do you know about Miami, especially defensively? Coach was talking about how experienced they are. You've probably going to go up against guys you've gone up against before. You have some experience with. Just talk about their defense and the challenges you guys are facing.
Yeah, obviously, like Coach said, they're very experienced group. Especially Anthony Chicola, I know it feels like he's been there for a while. I think he's played all 4 years. And there's really the athletic defense. They got some big guys. They got a good mixture of guys. And really, the key for us is going to be the same as it is for every week. Just being physical, getting to our blocks and staying on our blocks. So.
That was a few years ago for you, but what was the recruiting process like for you? Just the whole process of being recruited as an athlete?
Wow. Best way to answer this. I enjoyed my recruiting process. For me, I made an emphasis if I wasn't interested in the school, I would tell them up front. I didn't want to waste that coach's time or my time. So I visited schools that I was interested in, like here, Virginia Tech, UVA. I could list off a lot of them. It was nice. It was nice to travel around and see what different places had to offer. The biggest question for myself was where could I live for 4 years, 4 or 5 years, because that's what was. That's what I was going to have to deal with the most. In Chapel Hill was my spot.
Was there anything most interesting that the coach did to try and to induce you to go to their school? Was there anything funny that you could talk about, or anything strange that put your finger on?
Nothing really jumps to mind, or no real funny stories necessarily. I know for here, it was just playing, getting close to James Hurst and John Cooper, and the guys were already here. They had a really family atmosphere around here. I really enjoyed that a lot, and that's what drew me into North Carolina.
You didn't see your picture on a magazine cover or anything like that? Or?
No, actually, no, I didn't. I didn't get that. But Coach Pittman, Sam Pittman, he's with Arkansas now, I think. He used to send me notes, as often coaches do, but he'd always add a terrible drawing to it, like stick figures. It was hilarious. And I wish I had some for y'all, because it's definitely worth showing you. But it'd always be like, trying to show like a stick figure like me, like with like muscles, with the little half circles, and then the half circles on top of that, like in the cartoon. So, it's hard to remember them all. But every time I got a letter from Coach Pittman, I was like, oh, this ought to be pretty good.
Yeah, like Matt Collins. I don't know how often you get to see his catches live from your vantage point, but because of him being able to walk on and having to kind of earn his way in, is there a respect level that some of you other guys in the offense have for him because of that?
Oh yeah, well, for one, Max never seemed like a walk on. He's definitely always been certainly full of confidence. But he's really impressive, and we do respect him a lot for that. That's a tough road to go on, and I think I've seen how he works. I've seen all the behind the scenes stuff in the summer. This is a kid that would do our runs in sweatshirts in like the dead heat of summer, and would barely sweat it. And he's just an impressive kid. His work ethic is incredible. Even if he can be showy or confident, I respect it because I know what kind of work he put into it himself. So.
You played Miami here a year ago, and it was a tough game. It's a tough game they lost, but it turned around the season.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys talk about maybe this year, a little get back at them or something like that?
I mean, I don't want to say we're going to hold on to last year. I mean, we want to focus on this year. I think every game's important to us. You know, we want to win every game, and I don't think this one necessarily has any more weight than the other. Obviously, that was a tough loss last year. You know, we fought really hard, and all I'm really going to say is that we're going to continue to fight hard because we want to win every game.
When Mitch came in for that one play, 3rd and 15, what was the atmosphere like in the huddle?
Well, we don't huddle, for one.
Well, yeah.
So when we're on the line, you know, I've noticed 2 helmets on the ground. You know, I see Mitch I see Queeks, stand up and doesn't have his helmet on. I'm like, all right, well, it's kind of need you right now. But then, you know, like I said before, I've had a lot of confidence in Mitch because of how he prepares, you know, and how I know that he's going to be ready to step up any time when Marquise goes down because of how he prepares during the week. You know, that's important to us. You know, I know I see that, and that's what we expect out of everybody. So the atmosphere was, let's go get this done because, you know, we're gonna have to do it no matter who's out there.
They'd already called the play before that. They called the play before they knew Marquise was out, and they kept the same play for Mitch.
Mm-hmm.
That obviously means that the staff has tremendous confidence in Mitch in that situation. I don't think you guys knew what the play was because I don't think they had signaled it in just yet. Had you already gotten the play, or was it in the process of being signaled in?
Well, we only get a piece of it because we only need
Yeah.
the protection,
Yeah.
obviously. You know, we don't see the signals. I don't think Queese had told us what the play was yet because he already had his helmet off.
Yeah.
So I guess the answer is no then.
But the fact that they kept the same play for Mitch says something about their confidence in him, even though he hasn't really played in a couple of weeks. And last time he did play, he was having some confidence issues personally.
Well, I mean, he's got to do the same same test that Marquise does. You know, like I said, Mitch is going to be prepared to play anytime that we need him to. So.
As a team, what kind of test does this game want to give you this Saturday?
How do you mean it? Just in general, or?
Yeah.
I mean, it's another coastal game. Yeah, and we have lofty goals for the rest of the season. So the test for us this week is to just to win. Yeah.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you, man.
How was your